Hi everyone, I'm so glad you stopped by. I wanted to bring you this tutorial and share with you this cool little device that I wanted to launch. It's a microneedling device with vibration, and it's a replica, not quite as high-end as the $200 version I saw on QVC and Saks Fifth Avenue, but I tell you, it really does the job with that added benefit of vibration. It's a great tool for beginners for microneedling. I'm just also going to show you how to include the French ingredient Ampoules Cytocare 532 and add a little bit of our anti-aging Hexapeptide, 80,000 IUs, which is a very strong arginine. So I combine it as a cocktail and I apply it to the skin. And so let's get started. If you're new here to my channel, our channel, Jolie Day Spa, we are estheticians. Suzanne and I are co-founders of Jolie Visage Skincare, which means pretty face skincare in French. And we bring you tips and tricks and very active ingredients and modalities from our skin clinic, a combined experience of over 50 years. And I'll tell you, if it's active and if it's a great device, we have it on our website. So give us a thumbs up, follow us, and like us for the algorithms. I really appreciate you stopping by, and I hope you find this tutorial helpful. Okay, you guys, I want to get right into this treatment. You all know that I love the benefits of Derma-Rolling. I believe that it is one of the most powerful modalities we can use on our skin. And there's a lot of scientific studies that show what it does to the skin in terms of collagen induction therapy. So I'm gonna cheat a little here and share some notes about collagen induction therapy. And I'm going to share how you can use the 0.5 vibrating device. It's a really nice way to get started in microneedling, derma needling with that 0.5 length needles. Let me just share a little bit about collagen induction therapy. It's a minimally invasive cosmetic procedure that uses tiny little needles to create micro injuries in the skin to stimulate collagen production. The procedure can help a variety of skin conditions, surgical scars, enlarged pores, wrinkles, stretch marks, acne scars, and it also helps with the tone and texture. And I believe it really helps thicken the skin. Now, one of the secrets to using the Derma roller is to use a hyaluronic so that there's a nice glide to the Derma roller. I love doing that. A 0.5 millimeter will reach the dermis. It will not feel too uncomfortable. You get used to the sensation, and studies show that it can be as effective as doing a 1.0 to 1.5, which is a professional level where we go deeper in the skin. Just the mere fact that we are derma rolling the skin can create changes. But I'm going to show you how to add a few actives after the derma rolling session. A little more about derma rolling. I wanted to tell you that this device is one of those things that I just had to find, because if you are new to this channel, I often mention how I love really beautiful treatments and product and active ingredients and devices, but I also am really careful about my budget. Therefore, I try to be careful about, I'm very conscious of my clients' budget as well. So I happened upon this device that I saw on QVC, and then I Googled it, and it came up on Saks Fifth Avenue website. And it was interesting. It had LED, so a red light therapy, and then it had vibration, and it was $200. And so I started doing some research, and I thought, well, I bet I can find a manufacturer that makes a revised version. And I will say this is revised. It's not heavy. It probably doesn't feel, as expensive in terms of the handle. But for $20, I think we have it on sale now for $20 or $19.99. It's really doing the trick. And for a first time derma roller, it's really effective on the skin. It vibrates, and there's a little red light that comes on. And I don't believe the red LED, even in the expensive glow device, I don't believe that LED penetrates long enough on the surface of the skin to really make a difference. But I do believe the vibration is really wonderful. And Suzanne and I were discussing that, and we were saying that the vibration, it does two things. It kind of takes away from the needles that you feel as you're rolling across the skin. But the vibration also is doing a second benefit to the skin, in that the vibration is actually kind of stimulate the blood circulation while we're creating our little micro channels. Let's see, what else can I tell you about this device? Let's see. Micro injuries lead to minimal superficial little punctures in the skin. They're almost microscopic. And what it does is it releases growth factors called alpha and beta. Those are connective tissue activating proteins in the skin. So it releases that growth factor naturally. So in one case, in one situation, or one view, I should say, you would find benefits in just derma rolling the skin. But of course, I take it to another level with adding some ampoules, and I'm going to share how I am going to mix. I call it a cocktail. And so it's really going to be beneficial. So that's important to remember, that by derma rolling, we're releasing growth factors in the skin. The needles also break down the old hardened scar strands, and also it revasculates the skin. So it improves our circulation. Let's see, and it also initiates the proliferation of fibroblasts and the laying down of intercellular matrix. Basically, what that means is it's really correcting the skin down in the dermis. It's really making it a healthier skin matrix. And I'll explain what that means, skin matrix, above, so I'm a little clearer on that. All right, so things to remember. Okay, there's different versions of derma rolling. There's derma stamp, there's skin pen, that's a motorized device. We use that at the spa, and that goes pretty deep, 1.5 to 2.0 millimeters. So that's a deeper penetration. Let's see, this length is so comfortable to use. I really recommend it if you want to start with derma rolling. Let's see. I think it's important to remember when you derma roller that you need to always have a really clean surface of your skin. It's nice to cleanse with an AHA, BHA cleanser, or use a toner. Really make sure that you don't have any oils in the skin or any debris, a very clean slate. And then we really want to make sure we take off the head and we soak it or spray it with alcohol. After you spray it with alcohol or it soaks in alcohol, remove it. I like to rinse it off with warm water so the alcohol doesn't affect the needles and it doesn't have a residue of alcohol. That way when we use it on our skin, it's fresh and clean. The needles have been sanitized, but it's really important in the sanitizing the head of the device. Let's see. Couple other points is stop using your retinol 4 to 5 days prior to Derma-Rolling. Don't use AHA unless, here's the caveat, you're like I am, where I have such resilient skin. I'll use Retin-A to the very, I used Retin-A yesterday and I'll use my Derma-Rolling today. But you know your skin. You know if you have reactive skin. You know if you have tendency to have rosacea. You'll know the first time you use the Derma-Rolling system, you'll know whether your skin's reacting to it or not. And I always recommend using a very light touch the first time. You're going to use a 0.25 to 0.5 for 3 months or so, acclimating your skin. And then you can go on to a 1.0, working it into about a year. Like you want to do that for about a year. You want to go 1.25 or just start with a 0.5 and work your way up. Your skin will acclimate to it and you'll get really comfortable with the treatment. Let's see. After you do the treatment, you will feel some dryness and maybe a little flaking. And that should last 24 to 72 hours. And that's where you want to continue to really moisturize your skin. It's going through a transformation. You want to, you really want to moisturize and wear your sun protection to really avoid any sun damage, because, you know, we are treating the skin and making it a little bit more reactive to the sun. So another side point is, if you have a tiny bit of rosacea on your cheek, there are some studies that say that a very light pass over the rosacea, I mean just barely over the surface of the skin, can actually help the rosacea. It can actually stimulate blood flow. It can create changes that are really healthy for a person that suffers from rosacea. You just want to be really careful with how you apply the derma roller over those areas. Let's see. I'm going to tell you how to occlude the treatment at the end, but I'm going to get started right now, and I want to show you how I am going to apply or how I'm going to use the different passes on my skin. The forehead is a little bit thinner. The skin's a little bit thin. So I'm going to show you how we're going to use the crosshatch technique. And I'm also going to attach a file that you can print and download, and it'll show you the diagram of the ways in which we're going to work our pattern on our skin, and then all of the precautions and a really nice kind of a guide to how to start your derma rolling procedure. So I always recommend applying hyaluronic to each area as I use the derma roller on my skin. Now you may have noticed that our intensity hyaluronic with Centella asiatica is a blue cast. Well, this is a really neat little trick here. On our website, jolispa.com, JOLISPA.com, you know that we sell ampoules, and I'll be using a couple of ampoules today. I grabbed the blue copper ampoule, and I just dropped a little bit of the Centella Asiatica in the ampoule, into the powder blue copper, and I poured it back into my Intensity Hyaluronic. Now what I'm doing here is I'm creating Hyaluronic, which I'm going to be needling into the skin, with Centella Asiatica, which is a calming ingredient, other botanicals that really calm and nourish the skin. And now I've added blue copper. So it's just a beautiful way to treat the skin while we're derma-rolling. So I'm going to take a little bit of the blue copper, and I'm going to do my pass on my forehead, okay? So we're going to use what I call the crosshatch position, or direction. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, now we're going to go vertically. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let me go a little lower on this side. Now, let's do the side direction. Okay, you can already see in my skin that this light touch is creating erythema in the skin. So what does that mean? It means that I'm creating blood flow. Blood flow creates oxygenation. I'm also creating that trauma I want in the skin, because it's telling my body to just start protecting itself. You know, kick out the healing process. So you can already see that in my forehead, that we're getting a really nice result. Very light touch. Okay, I think I didn't do exactly 3 on this side, so I'll go back over it. Now I'm going to go down, and I'm not going to worry about any pattern on my nose, but I want to get some work in right here in my lower 11s, and then my bunny lines. And I'm just going to be a little sporadic on my nose, okay? I'm just going to give it a nice little pattern, this vertical direction. And then I'll go up to the sides, really trying to get the ball of my nose where I suffer from larger pores. This is really going to be good for my pores. I'm going to add a little more hyaluronic. I love what the hyaluronic with blue copper does. And just FYI, this is a great way a great serum to have, even if you're not doing the Derma-Rolling. Just to put on your skin every day, because you know, I talk a lot about inflammation in the skin and in the body, really. Okay, you can see a little erythema going on there. I'm going to move on to my eye area. Okay, so we're going to just go up. We're going to use a very gentle motion under our eyes. I'm not doing necessarily 3 passes under my eyes. I'm just moving it vertically and horizontally. It's such delicate tissue that you'll see right away that you get a nice erythema, a really nice pink tone to the skin. And I'll work around my eyelid, close my eyelid, and I'll work up into my eyelid and to the brow bone. Okay, let's go down on my temples, sideways. And then I'll also do my little crosshatch here on the sides of the temples where I get the crow's feet. So I just did vertically and horizontally under the eyes and the eyelid. That's fine. You don't have to get carried away with that area. But I did do the crosshatch pattern on the temple here because I really want some stimulation and collagen to production in that temple area where we tend to get a little more hollow in our 50s and 60s. Okay, let's just do this entire cheek area down to the chin. So we'll just do longer strokes here. Okay, let's do vertical. I'm not putting a lot of pressure on the device. Okay, let's do the crosshatch angle. I'm using a little more pressure right here on my nasolabial folds, just to trigger a little more collagen. Okay, looking good. Now, did we already do this angle? Oh, well, it won't hurt. I'll go back over. Okay, let's move on down to my neck. Now, you guys, I want you to be really gentle with your neck, okay? And your décolleté. This is thinner skin, and it's thinner skin like your forehead and around your eyes. So let's just do a vertical and a horizontal, okay? I'm doing this quarter of my neck, and then I'll do this portion, and then I'll go back in later, and I'll come back, and I will have done this area and this area. So I'm just working the Derma-Roller. 3 passes, 3 to 4 passes is fine. Moving it in towards the middle of the neck, right under the chin. Don't forget to get underneath that chin. Okay, and then let's just do vertical. Okay, let's move to our décolleté. Okay, so I'll start down in this area. I'll go at an angle. It's just easier that way. And then I'm just going to go straight up vertically. If you feel that you can go side, a perfect horizontal, that's great. I just went down at an angle. I think you can understand that. It was just easier for me to go that direction because I'm used to doing it on clients where you can do, you can pretty much manage any angle. But when you're doing it on yourself, it's a little different. Okay. There we go. Doesn't this look good? I'm so excited about it, and I think you guys will really love using this device. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna quickly do the left-hand side, and a little side note. Each area should be about 1 minute. So once you start doing your forehead, keep track. It should be about 60 seconds doing your forehead. Probably a minute around the eyes, the cheeks, to the jawline, this whole area, and then the neck and the décolleté, a minute each maybe. So that's about what you need to spend on it. You don't need to overdo it. Just keep it to, I would say it's better to do a less traumatic treatment than traumatic. Less is more in this case, okay? So I'll be right back, and then I want to show you the neat part of this treatment and how I'm going to infuse the skin with EGF and a high concentration of hexapeptides. And I'm going to show you how I mix that and apply it. I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, I'm back. Okay, now for the exciting part. This is the part I love, and this is the part that is going to make that, it's going to take the treatment to that next level. This is really important, okay? Like I said, the Derma-Rolling is going to create changes all in itself. But let's do this. I've got my little cup, and I've got a fan brush, and I'm going to take our anti-aging hexapeptide. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to add about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nine little drops, okay? Now, real quickly, I want to tell you about that. So we're adding the acetyl hexapeptide, and it's 80,000 IUs, which in medical terms, that means that it's incredibly concentrated. So it's not just a watered down version of a serum that has a little bit of hexapeptide. Sometimes you'll see that. If you read a label, you see that the ingredients are all the way down at the bottom. It's really not going to do anything. They're just putting that product, or that ingredient in the product to say it has this peptide. Well, this is pure, it's just a pure form of the active ingredient, which is acetyl hexapeptide. So acetyl hexapeptide is, I talk about it, I think you've heard me say, it's I guess they found that in the venom of a temple viper snake, I guess they found that it would, if a person was bit or bit by a snake, that it would paralyze the skin or the muscle. So they compare the acetyl hexapeptide or Hyaluronic to the temple viper snake. It has nothing to do with it other than it's an analogy as to how it helps with the muscle that needs to be relaxed in the skin. And they came up with the name acetyl hexapeptide. It's a neurotransmitter blocking peptide. It's a small peptide that mimics the activity of a polypeptide found in the venom of a viper. So it mimics that polypeptide that's found in the venom of a viper. I think that's interesting that scientists can invent something that that is similar to the venom in a viper snake. It's capable of reducing wrinkles and fine lines and inhibiting contractions in our crow's feet, our fine lines. Now, okay, the wrinkles, they say, can be reduced in the forehead up to 52%. And there's a lot of scientific data about how it does really relax fine lines. and wrinkles, deep wrinkles, really. But to say that a wrinkle was going to completely dissolve and stay in place like it was paralyzed would be misleading. I would have to say, to have integrity in this product, I would have to say you'll see some nice reduction in that depth of that wrinkle or that fine line. And you do see it. And that's one of the reasons why I kind of hesitate to get Botox is I like to track. Really see my gradual results and how I can stave off these, aging issues that I see, and just, create a nice change. So back on track. So I've added the anti-aging Hexapeptide 80,000 IUs. Now, I need to share this with you. I am going to take it another step, and I'm going to make this cocktail that I was talking about, and I'm going to share the ampule here, which is our EGF. Now, our EGF, of course, stands for epidermal growth factors. So let me do my little cheating here and bring this up. Let me go to Ampoules, and then I want to explain EGF. And I also need to share with you how to open up these tricky little vials. Okay, now this they call it a drug delivery system. That's why there's really tough little wrappers that are metal wrappers around the ampoules. It has a system in which when this is mixed, this product is mixed, it has a drug delivery system, which means it's really effective in the way it penetrates into the skin. EGF and KGF, so I'll tell you about that. Let me explain that, and then I'm going to mix it. So EGF is a peptide called SH oligopeptide 1. It's a special peptide called epidermal growth factors. It encourages the growth of skin cells and fortifies the skin's protective layer. I love that. Then it has KGF, which is keratinocyte growth factor. That means it's made up of 70 amino acids. It also is known to stimulate cell growth and aid in the healing of wounds. So what a beautiful mixture here that we're combining hexapeptide, our zeroline, and then we're going to make a cocktail and add our EGF. So in the EGF ampoules, you'll get a powder, and we're going to mix this, and it'll be active. I've already opened the powder, and it has a rubber stopper. But this is really tricky, and I know I've shared with you before that I'm very clumsy, and so I want to share how I open the ampule. Okay, this little guy here, he's got a little ring. Take tweezers and lift the little ring up, okay? And then grab the tweezer and pull down. Trying not to pull so hard that you'll tear the ring from the metal wrapper. Pull it, and then the entire wrapper comes off. I am so I'm so hasty. I'm a little bit hyperactive. I'm really hyperactive, actually. And sometimes I get hasty and I accidentally pull that ring off. And when I pull off that ring, then it makes it tough to get the wrapper off. And I've kind of scratched my finger. So be really careful. I know these have to be on there because it's the way that, we're using active product. So anyways, that's my little lesson on how to take the lid off. The little metal will come off. The metal top will be on. It just easily peels off. And then what we'll do is we'll take off both rubber stoppers, and we'll pour the liquid into the ampule, and then I will grab you receive a little stopper that has a lid on it, a little rubber lid, and there you go. Okay, so we have freshly mixed active ingredients, okay? This is our EGF, KGF, and I am going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 drops. I've got plenty left over. Store your ampule in a dry, safe place or in the refrigerator. Okay, I am going to mix this cocktail. And I don't want to confuse you, but I want to share one thing. I was going to mix the Cytocare 532. Now, this is a really wonderful hyaluronic. It's actually a hyaluronic that's supposed to be injected with mesotherapy. I got to thinking about it. I have some injection, really simple little needles. They have 5 little prongs. And I think I'll save this tutorial of the French Cytocare 532 that has a heavier consistency. And I think I'll save that, so I'll teach you how to apply, I don't want to say inject, how to press the mesotherapy little tiny device that has 5 little prongs, and I will teach you how to apply the Cytocare 532. The Cytocare 532 is absolutely amazing, and it's going to do a lot of different things to the skin that's wonderful. It's a treatment. Mesotherapy with Cytocare 532 is really, really popular in France, Australia, and South America, because the mesotherapy goes a little bit deeper. It's really safe and easy, but I'll teach you that. And I thought I better stay on point today, and let's get back on track because I'm getting off track. Okay, but we've got our little solution here. Okay, so we've got it mixed. We've got the EGF, KGF, and the hexapeptide. We're going to start applying. Now, I see a lot of tutorials, and I see estheticians pressing against the skin. I don't like to do that. What I want to see is, I want to see us get up underneath the vellus hair and drop this solution right into the skin. The vellus hair comes out of the pore. So if we're lifting the vellus hair as we're applying the solution, we're getting it into not only the punctures, the little microscopic punctures, but we're also applying it under the vellus hair. So we're getting optimal saturation, I guess you would say, penetration, saturation. Okay, so you can see that just those 8 drops of the 2 ampoules is going a long ways in my skin. Okay, and I'm just going to continue to reapply. It feels really good. I will say, though, it does feel active. You are going to feel like you're doing something to the skin, and we are. Okay, you are going to see a difference in your skin probably the next morning. Now, what you can expect is some dryness. You could peel a tiny bit, not peel as in you would see a big chunky flake coming off your skin, but a little bit of cellular surface peel. And that's all good. That's what we want. Okay, this is just beautiful. All right, I'm loving it. I still have a little left. I'm going to reapply on my neck. I really like to focus on my neck. Okay, go across the lips, around the eyes again. All right. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. All right. What a perfect thing to do. You guys know how much I love this tool. I'm going to go to the white setting, which goes really deep into the skin. I think it's 1140 nanometers. And I'm just going to calm the skin right down. And I'm also going to infuse the ampoule into the skin even further. Oh, it's beautiful. Look at that. You can just see that my skin is turning into more of a homogenized color. It's taking away the erythema, the irritation, the redness. And I think this is an important step. I'm gonna leave a coupon code for you down below. I believe this coupon code will be, if you spend $75, you get 30% off, because I think everybody needs this tool. It's guaranteed for 3 months, full replacement guarantee. I use mine every night. You guys know I love it. It heats up to 42 degrees. After you use it for a few minutes, you'll feel the heat come out of the device. It's just at that right level of heat where it's really kind of melting the products into your skin. Oops. And then it has all the different settings, the light settings, and you can read about it on the site. The light settings are all for different reasons, and they do different things. My two favorite settings are the LED red setting, and then I finish up with the white, because it goes pretty deep. Now, don't forget, just go in, areas you really want to release a little fascia, like those stubborn 11s between my eyes. I just press them. I press them out like ironing. I call it just ironing my, my fascia, pushing it down, pushing the muscle and the fascia back where it belongs. You'd be surprised at how much it makes a difference. Okay, let's do the neck, and then I'm going to show you how to occlude the treatment. I'm going to give you two options. You may have that Bioderma I had mentioned that's just a great everyday occlusive. You could even use Cetaphil. You could use any really good moisturizing cream to occlude this treatment and go to bed with your skin just like this. Do not remove anything. And then, but of course, you know how I am. I'm going to show you something that will take it one step further. I'm going to give you two ideas. Okay, and then I would work a little longer on my neck, just ironing out those little sleep lines, smoothing them out, and calming the skin. And then going back over my neck to give my neck a little lift. Sometimes I just hold it in place around the neck. Hold it in place. It's very relaxing to use this at night before you go to bed, or when you're doing your nighttime routine. Now let's occlude this treatment. I have two ideas for you. I have the Matrixyl 3000 nighttime cream. Will feel really good. It's a heavier cream. You could apply that all over your face, so that's a great option. But also, you guys know that, where is it? I love the Stop Aging cream. Oh dear. The Stop Aging cream, I love the volufoline in it. It's a heavier cream, a beautiful consistency. This could be layered over the face and neck. So you could either do Matrixyl 3000, or you could do the Stop Aging cream. In this case, I think I'll do Stop Aging. And I forgot a spatula, so I will just use, I'll just use the end of my fan brush, and I'm going to apply it to my skin. Now, those of you that watch my tutorials, you know that I love our Stop Aging products. Oh, that feels so good. So we're taking it to that other level, a third level there, by adding Stop Aging Peptide Cream. We're adding a little volufoline for plumping. And you guys know that volufoline is going to plump within reason. I want you to know that it does go, and it plumps up the adipose tissue. Now, are you going to look puffy and big and like you're 40 years younger, 30 years younger? No, but you'd be surprised at how it has an accumulative effect on your skin. So the volufoline is wonderful in the cream at night, And then it has the 7 additional brighteners and peptides. So this is how I would include this treatment. I would go to bed like this, and I would promise you that the next morning you would see a huge difference in your skin. So let's see, I've mentioned wearing SPF because of the Derma-Rolling. I've mentioned sanitation, and I think everything else that you need to know is in the document that I made for you. And it will be helpful to see the pattern in which you need to Derma-Roll. It will list all the products. I did list, I think I was gonna share the Cytocare with you, but I'm gonna save that because it's a more expensive ampoule. And I want to share with you how I'm going to do mesotherapy. Now, mesotherapy is, you know, it's something that estheticians perform in Europe because you have to go to school 3 or 4 years. And I think you learn mesotherapy there. But it's something that I do. And I kind of do it too for, you know, clients that need it. And I'm going to teach you how to do it, because if you have the courage to do it, and you do it properly, it's not that scary, but you're delivering this beautiful medical grade hyaluronic into the skin. And it's a hyaluronic that kind of dissolves once it's in the skin, but what it does while it's dissolving is absolutely amazing. So Cytocare and Filorga are really expensive treatments in France or in Europe, and we carry those ampules. So I look forward to bringing you that tutorial. But I hope that I've covered everything for you to get started with Derma-Rolling, and maybe trying that cute little device. Comes with batteries, and I think that you'll find it is really beneficial for your skin. So as always, I thank you for stopping on by. I'll list everything below, and a description, and then all of the products I've used today, as well as a coupon code. And as always, would you like and comment? If you leave a comment, leave it in kindness, and I really appreciate that. And I look forward to bringing you next week's tutorial. Thank you. Have a great day.